5 minutes. We can talk for a minute and then get started. Private.
You send that to me?
Oh,
Yo, before we record, Sam just
We're not
showed me a
recording
video. I'm gonna send it in the group chat.
okay.
It is the most phenomenal thing I've seen this week.
Why don't you guys show the video that I sent you guys the other day on here?
No. No.
That was the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life.
No.
Was he trying to like put an anchor in the wall to like hang some Halloween lights
That fucking hook though, bro.
like this?
Like that.
Yeah, it's gonna get in there and just like pink sock.
Nah, dude, that's a pooper scooper.
That's fantastic. We have
Dude,
two viewers. One
I
viewer.
opened up my Facebook and the message from Lori is right there when I sent it to her, and it's just right there looking at me. I'm watching it over and over and over again.
What did Lori say when you said that?
She said, "What the fuck?"
So like what I said?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Oh, that shit's great, dude. All right, where are you sending this shit at, Alex? I want to see.
I'm trying to get the link right now. Hold on. I'm still figuring out Android.
I'm still trying to figure out phones.
Yeah.
Phones. What are they?
I just upgraded from my Gen 1 Motorola Razr.
I just upgraded from the Nokia brick.
From my Samsung Flip.
All right, let's see this.
No, Tanner. We'll have another 3-hour session. You could fuck off. I'm just kidding. Oh, I did see that video.
I saw that, but I saw it with a different video, and it's like, do the dance when you ask again to get fired or something like that. You know what I mean? Hi, Amelia. Love you.
Oh, hi, Amelia. /Worry.
Oh yeah, she's signed in on it. Never know. She's gonna sign in on her. She's gonna sign in on Zach. She's gonna sign in on Lori's.
She's all over the world. Elbow bump. Shelter in. Okay. Elbow bump.
Shelter. Mm-hmm. That's my lucky Finn.
Aw, okay, cute.
You like it? Finding Nemo.
Take my strong hand. God is in his holy temple. I'm echoing on somebody's shit. I think it's
Are
Scott.
you?
Yeah.
Again?
No, that was my bad. That's because my headphones weren't in.
I'm just making some mashed potatoes.
Am I
Some
loud?
mashed potatoes. No,
You're not
I
that
don't think
loud,
so.
no.
No? Okay.
No,
You don't seem to.
you're
be.
fine.
Hold on. What was it? Oh,
Cue the intro.
all right. I'm sending this one. Okay. Intro's coming. We're about to go live, bitches. I mean, not you, Amelia.
Bruv.
Bruv. All right. Here it goes. Welcome back, Plugs and Thugs, episode 75. Welcome into everybody, those of you watching the stream, everybody else listening. As always,
Yes,
give
sir.
us a follow. All the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We got it all.
Hit that shit up.
Subscribe. What is it? You hit the subscribe button.
Hit the Scott scribe button.
But
It's going to be the link that's right over here.
somewhere one of these boxes, I don't know, it says subscribe. Just learn how to read. But yeah, this is Daniel. Next, who's going?
This is
Scott.
Alex.
Scott.
Good intro.
Yeah, good intro.
That's
Zach, he's there too.
He's just acting like he's paused on the video.
Frozen.
Put the pop filter back on.
All four of us are here.
Put that drink down, Scott.
And all
What
four
drink?
of us are drinking.
You
What
mean
drink? It's
this
water.
lovely apple juice that I am drinking?
But this week we're going to go a little bit out of order again. We have a whole bunch of questions, but they're all related to shit tons of transactions that went on over the last week. So we'll get through a lot of shit that happened. Signings, free agency opened on Friday.
Mhm.
A lot of the big free agents have been signed. Still some still available. Anybody want to say anything before we get into it?
Bobby Ryan
Zach
did
and-
not sign with a senior 55-plus beer league team.
This is true. Zach and Dave make a podcast. We'll be live again tomorrow, 7
Yeah.
p.m.
Hey.
Episode number whatever. Gonna have our good buddy Jimmy Ramirez on there. Gonna be talking art.
Ooh, all right. I was wondering what you guys were talking about, but
Yeah,
that'll
we're
be
talking
cool.
about
I'll still
art this
tune in.
week.
Very highbrow.
Alex is on next week, right?
Yeah, Alex is gonna be on next week. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, dude.
That's
Where
gonna be
we're
fun.
where spoiler alert, we're gonna be talking about crazy Russian conspiracy theories. I
Yeah.
also want to bring up some
Hey.
Russian serial killers to see if he knows them
Ooh.
personally.
Chances are they're my uncle and or cousin.
But yeah, so if nobody else has anything, Scott's still in Ohio at the HQ. But we'll get right into it. There's a shit ton to get through.
Our Midwestern affiliate or Mideastern affiliate.
That's about as far east we go.
Update, it's cold here. It's not.
Oh, must be
Is it-
nice. It was 95 or 97 degrees today. Scott.
How's
Is that-
that corn growing, Scott?
Is that why
Oh,
you're
it's
drinking
good.
apple juice?
Yeah, that's why I'm drinking apple juice. Real cold. Gotta warm up with
The
some
same-
nice apple juice.
The Saint Bernard's gonna come rescue him in a little bit. With fucking...
Everyone knows the South doesn't really have electricity. That's why they need to drink to stay alive.
Ohio's not even south. We're more south than Ohio. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
But
Very north Ohio is.
And not from an
actually.
ideological standpoint.
No, this is true. Ideology.
What are you
different.
talking about, bro? Ohio wears masks, okay?
It's true.
I
It's
believe
actually
in
very
science.
true. Well, unless you're outside. If you're outside, you don't have to wear a mask, even in crowds. Apparently.
Oh, because it's not there. It's not there.
Hey guys, let's talk about hockey.
Yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
You know the hockey podcast that we run.
No.
Yeah.
We do.
So Pittsburgh traded away Matt Murray for forward Jonathan Gruden, not the coach, and a 2020 second round pick from Ottawa.
To them for
Not really a
for second
surprise.
round pick, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not really a
Okay.
surprise though. I think we thought that they were going to
I-
stick.
I thought that somebody would have jumped and given a higher return for. I mean, I think this is a fair deal for the Matt Murray we've seen, but for the Matt Murray that we saw early in his career, I thought for a fact somebody was going to overpay for a chance at like a redemption contract.
Here it is, bro. I'm gonna
Well, they
say
did
it, and
overpay.
I'm probably gonna say this several times throughout this podcast. It is a flat cap. Nobody's doing anybody any favors. Pittsburgh needed
True.
to free up space.
Except for
So-
Vegas, everyone's doing
Yeah.
Vegas favors.
I don't know about that. I
We'll
mean,
talk
we'll
about
get
that
in-
later.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
get into that.
But,
But, I mean,
they did.
this
Somebody did
gives-
overpay for Matt Murray because Ottawa then did re-sign him for higher than he probably would have got anywhere else.
It solves their starting goalie issue for a little while, unless Matt Murray gets another concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Which
the
is very possible.
problem. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I think I have the. Here it is. The extension was. It was a 6-year, right? Wasn't it 6 by
Yeah,
6?
6 year.
6 by 6, I believe.
So what is that? One mil AAV? That's not bad.
No, it's
No.
six-
6 years. Oh, okay. AAV 6 million. Jesus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they paid him up. They also need to hit the floor, so that's why they overpaid.
Yeah.
I believe more than most people would have.
Can we go back to Zach? Can we whoop that face that Zach made doing his best fat Robert De Niro impression?
I wish I could do his voice, dude. Hey, Greg, can you milk me?
Hold on.
I got nipples.
Yeah, interesting. Next one, Nashville. They traded away Nick. This was during the draft, actually. Nick Bonino for pick number 37 and 70 to Minnesota for Luke Kunin and pick 101.
All
Hey.
right, Minnesota finally wins the Star Center.
Hey, I like this move
Yeah.
for Minnesota, dude. I like it a lot for him, man.
I don't hate it either. He's a great 3-4C.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, if behind Galchenyuk and who is their other?
No one that matters.
Honestly,
Nico
yeah, I was gonna
Koivu
say
comes back.
honestly.
What
Did
happened?
Koivu say he's coming back?
No,
So-
they're not going to
Yeah.
sign him. He's signed with somebody else. Didn't
Yeah,
he?
he signed with somebody else.
Oh, I did not
Yeah,
see
Koivu
that.
already signed. Yeah, it's later in there. Nashville
Okay.
also officially placed Kyle Turris on waivers for buyout, which we kind of touched on a few weeks ago that it was possible. And they also bought out Steve Santini. Just freed up a bunch of cap. A lot of people thought they were going to make a run at Taylor Hall. Who
We'll get into that.
Yep.
Yeah,
we'll get
for
into later. Vegas re-signed Chandler Stevenson to a 4-year, $11 million contract extension. He worked out pretty well for them. Honestly.
Yeah, he did.
He went over
But
there
where-
and played a real good role.
Where in the fuck are they getting all of this cap space from, dude? Where are they getting all?
It's all gone
Where
now.
are they getting all this fucking cap space? I just don't understand it.
They're making all the signings first.
Yep.
And then
I
worrying
guess so.
about it later on.
Yeah,
They're using that extra 10% in cap space for right now.
Hey man, highlight that. Hey, as the old adage goes, fuck Vegas. I'll be out there. I'll be out there beginning of November. Catch me out there, fool. Fight
just
about
wanna-
it.
Tanner. Yeah.
I just wanted to let you guys know I'm looking at Vegas on Cap Friendly right now. Do you guys want to guesstimate what their cap space is after the other big signing they had today?
They're over by 1 or 2 mil.
Yeah, I think it was 2 mil, wasn't it? Or no, they freed it up, did they not?
They did free it up. Do you guys want to know what the exact number is?
275.
0.
Oh wow.
They are at exactly
lying.
$0 in cap space.
Oh, all right. Well, they made it work, huh?
Good for them.
Good for them.
Just move out Fleury, I guess.
I don't think I've ever seen a team hit $0.
So we talked about the
No, you need
possibility.
to hold on.
Oh.
You need to
This
highlight
one?
that comment, dude. Yep. Yeah, dude. Every time I say it, as the old adage goes, you gotta take a shot.
You gotta take a drink.
Look at you, Scott.
Looking at you.
No, but we got to take shots, not sips. So grab a bottle.
A shot, nice, yeah. Like a shake it, not scared.
So we talked about another one that was a possibility. Jesse Puljujärvi officially re-signed with Edmonton, 2-year contract, $1.175 million.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll see what
how
happens.
worthless or worthwhile that is.
I don't think that caveman will ever play in the NHL.
I don't think so. Well,
Yeah.
he's obviously going to play in the NHL. I don't think.
Yeah,
he'll ever
they just
do
signed
anything.
him.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
1.175. It's really
It's a
not
good gamble,
lot.
I guess,
Like,
though.
yeah.
Low
I mean,
risk, high
Hand back
reward.
out.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is a gamble when you have $22 million allocated to 2 players.
The funny thing is Tanner does the same exact thing while we're playing
Yeah.
Xbox. So
100%. Yeah.
If you hear you choke a little bit, oh,
For those of you who aren't watching this,
who aren't watching? Yeah.
the comment from Tanner from Daniel's cousin Tanner says, "Take a shot every time Alex rips the vape and attempts to talk through mid-rip."
And you can tell, you can hear it.
At least I wait.
You do.
After the trade to Columbus, Max Domi signed a 2-year, $10.6 million contract with Columbus.
I'm good with that. I feel that's a
He is going to be a great asset for CBJ.
I think so too.
I
I
think
think
so,
it was a
too.
very good trade. I actually think it works out well for both teams.
I agree.
They got
for sure.
each of them got what they needed.
Yeah.
When you looked at Montreal in the playoffs, they were soft, man.
Mhm.
And now they got a big body to play in front of the net, dude. And then CBJ, they like to play more run and gun. And Max Domi is awesome in transition, dude. So
Yeah,
he's
he
gonna
is.
be a great pickup
well,
for CBJ.
it depends on what he plays too, because I feel like I just dropped all my shit.
Oh.
His primary,
He's all drunk already.
his primary is left wing.
I like how he just goes.
He also swings at center, and I really feel like he's a better fit for them as the 2C behind Pierre-Luc Dubois.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's where they're. Yeah, I think that's where they're going to slot him, right? I don't think they're
Yeah, I
going to
think
throw him
so.
on the wing
For
there.
sure.
He's not a winger. That was a failed experiment to play him on wing in Montreal.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out very well. He's a natural centerman.
Yeah, so that's going to work out well for them, I believe.
Yeah, they got a legit 2C now. They thought it was going to be Alexander Wenberg for the longest time, and we now know how that ended.
Yeah,
But-
he was bought out, by the way.
Yeah.
That's in the notes.
I wish that the Kings would have went after Wenberg. I think he just needs a change of scenery, bro.
I
Yeah,
don't
there's
disagree.
a lot of
I-
change of scenery things that happened. over the
I
last
think he
week for
has.
sure.
I think he has top 6 potential. If he went
think
to
so
the right
too.
franchise.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Scott.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I don't really think it'd be that much of a risk for the Kings to take that chance.
No,
So it would be a good idea.
but I mean, we're going to discuss this later on in the show. They
Yeah.
kind of went after the same thing.
I would say potentially an even bigger reward, but again,
I think so too.
Stan Bowman announced that Chicago will not re-sign with Corey Crawford.
Didn't we
after-
say that last week?
Shocker!
No,
How
no, we
surprising!
were
brought
talking
that
about. No, we didn't bring it up. We said that we thought they should walk away from him, but the last report was Corey Crawford said that he
wanted to continue
right.
playing.
continued to
Yeah.
play.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So they officially said no, they are not going to tender him a contract. He is now a free agent. Actually, he not anymore, but Chicago did re-sign a couple of players. Dominic Kubalik, 2 years, $7.4 million contract.
boy, did we strike out on that.
Yes, we did.
Yep,
Sure
did.
Yeah.
That one should hurt Kings fans for a long
Thanks.
time.
Thanks, Mike Fupa.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Thank
I
you
don't
for
know what to
announcing
say
that.
about it. That was great.
Fucking Mike Fupa.
Chicago also re-signed Malcolm Subban for 2 years, $1.7 million contract, which is an $850K AAV. We'll be riding Subban and
Hooray.
D'Elia as the goaltenders of Chicago.
Oh my
It's
god.
going to be a great year in Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Florida for RGM, if you're listening. Florida acquired Marcus Nudevar from CBGA for Cliff Poo.
Before
That's
you
like
move,
a-
I moved the other Chicago note up real quick. Brandon Saad was traded from Chicago to Colorado for Nikita Zadorov and Anton Lindholm.
I actually like this trade a lot for both.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
I feel like with McCarr coming up and now Byron probably getting a look at the NHL next year, they had the defenseman move out, and then Chicago needed a reliable D-man, and I feel like Zadorov is a very underrated D-man. Not to say that he's elite, but he's responsible.
He is.
And then,
Except for when he challenges people to fights and then turtles out.
yeah, exactly. And
Well,
then,
Jonathan Toews was not happy about it.
and then Brandon Saad is a proven minimum 20 goal scorer in the NHL. But you look at his track record, and when he really excelled was when he was playing with younger, skilled forwards, which Chicago doesn't really have that firepower anymore, but Colorado definitely does. So I think him slotting in on
Yeah.
that second line, Kadri and Burakovsky could be a great addition to them.
Yeah, and I mentioned Toews because apparently, I don't know if you guys saw that he basically came out and was kind of pissed off and voiced his frustration that he wasn't made aware that they were going to be going into a complete rebuild, and that was after they told Crawford basically to piss off and then traded
Yeah.
Brandon Saad.
Well,
So
I don't know if you guys remember when they let Brandon Saad walk the first time when he went to Columbus before they traded back for him. How
Mhm.
pissed off Jonathan Toews got that they didn't re-sign him, and it was like very public that he was like even like potentially demanding a trade, blah 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 blah.
But it's not Jonathan Toews' team, bro.
no,
He's not the,
no,
he's not the
but
GM.
as a, no,
You're
not at
right.
all. But it's one of those things. We'll get into one of the other things that happened today, or that we found out today. It's just one of those things. As a captain, that they have
Yeah.
built around. That's just something like, no, it's not his team, and he doesn't run the team. And does he have a say? No, maybe not. But they should at least be able. Hey, dude, this is what we're gonna do. You know,
Yeah, but
it's just kind of a
going
Nice
based
thing to
off of
do.
what Adam says,
Yeah.
Taze has to be on crack to not know about the rebuild. Like,
It's true.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
mean, I
gotta see
get
it
it.
coming.
Yeah, I get it, but I mean, it's just one of those things. It's more of like a gentleman, a person to person, a man to man thing. When you're building around somebody for so long, and
It's a real
He's been there for
gentleman
so long.
move, dude.
yeah, I mean,
Ew.
ew. And what's it called? Oh, and then Sod also after the trade, he's already made it public that he's open to. I think Colorado approached
extension.
him about an extension. Yeah.
Well, I really feel like they should give it a season just to see how that line. Clicks.
Yeah.
While Kadri is billed more as a playmaker, he already has that sandpaper edge to his game. So
Oh, for
you have-
sure.
Well, but you have him, and you have Burakovsky, who's a pure goal scorer,
hmm
and you add another guy that's pretty much all sandpaper. It's either Kadri's going to have to back off and focus more on being a playmaking center, or those two are just going to go to the same spot on the ice and alternate out, and then the other one's going to be completely useless.
Yeah.
It's gonna take
think
them
it's
some getting used to. That's for
I
sure.
think
For
so.
sure.
But I think the
Yeah.
potential for that line is really strong to be one of the top 5 or top 10 second lines in the NHL.
He's like to me, he's like a cheaper Max Pacioretty.
I like that comparison a lot.
Yeah. That's a solid comparison, I believe. So yeah, I mean, Chicago they're finally rebuilding.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They need to.
Hey, they acquired a defenseman. This is a good thing for them.
Yeah.
They keep
Yeah, and
trading
they-
them away.
yeah.
And then on the flip side, I'm just going to jump to this note. Colorado obviously not worried about moving out Nikita Zadorov because they went out right away and got Devon Taves
Ooh.
for 2
Yeah.
second-round picks from the New
2
York
second
Islanders.
round. Yeah,
Bro,
that was.
I really like
Really
that trade,
good.
considering that Colorado is going to be a perennial Cup contender here for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
The value of the second round picks both drop a lot, and Devon Taves is I think 24,
Oh,
25 years old, and he's really come into his game more.
Oh, he's been
and more.
fantastic for the Islanders the last few
I
years.
think
He's been
he can
awesome.
develop. I think he can
And he-
develop into the third best D man in that franchise.
Yeah, I think that was. I mean, that was a big signing
But-
for them. I believe.
But
a good trade.
you also have to think that they're going after Devon Taves maybe as as an insurance policy on Bowen Byram, dude. Maybe he's not the player that they thought he was going to be.
Maybe, but I still feel like it's too early to tell. Bowen.
Yeah, it's way.
Yeah.
He's in what
Maybe
his
if they
second
want to
year.
let him.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
'Cause
if
I mean,
they want to
so-
not
You
they
look at the
maybe
flip
they don't want to
side.
put him as in high leverage situations
Exactly.
and kind of
Yeah.
bring
You
him in
look at-
so he does hit that potential.
You look at the flip side a couple years ago when they drafted Cale Makar, he was billed as the number 3 defensive prospect in their pool. And arguably, he's already, as of this season, become the best defenseman in Colorado.
Yeah.
You never know how players that young are going to pan out.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to protect yourself on that as a franchise.
Cough, cough. I'm eating a bowl of Kroll on Tim Stutzel right now, which we'll get to. But
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole thing.
Um,
Talk about it later.
Ottawa acquired Eric Goodbranson from Anaheim for a 5th rounder in 21.
this guy just spends his career bouncing around bottom feeders.
Well, I mean, he is a bottom feeder
I
defensive.
was gonna say, he's bouncing around bottom feeders, and he still can't crack the top 4.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see.
I feel like he's the modern day Christian Ehrhoff.
Fuck.
No,
I
dude,
didn't remember
no.
that name until now. Like,
No, he's not the modern day Christian Ehrhoff because Ehrhoff could at least skate and had a shot. Good Branson is like the modern day right-handed Dion Phaneuf, dude.
I would argue
Slow
that
ass pylon.
I would argue that Dion Phaneuf is the modern day Dion Phaneuf, but
Is it good? Is it good, Zach? Or is that just your laugh face? Oh,
There's like
okay.
a real smoky firewood
Oh, okay.
smoke vanilla hint coming off of this.
Boston
I like
held,
it shaken, not stad.
Starred.
Boston held firm at 6 years by 6.5 AAV on Torrey Krug, which I mean we can all agree is not enough for a defenseman of that caliber. He ended up becoming an FA, and he ended up signing with St. Louis later on. We'll get to that, and for what I feel was
For the same?
a little bit more.
The same?
Was it the same?
Was it? Hold on. It's in here somewhere. It's just down further because it happened afterwards.
Adam brought up a good point that the Sens are
He's-
trying to tank, and this also helps with that.
Wait, they have been for the last.
Exactly.
What, Goodbranson?
Yeah, with Goodbranson, genius.
There are now freshmen in high school who have never seen Ottawa have a season over 500.
All right, so here we go. Okay, here we go.
What's up?
I'm going to address what you said, Alex, about how that isn't enough for Torrey Krug. I beg to differ. Bro is on the wrong side of 29 years old, dude. Signing him to a long-term contract for a smaller, fleet-of-foot defenseman, I just don't think is the right move.
I agree with you on the term, but I still think the guy has at least 2 or 3 years of
but then you have 3 years of dead cap space.
But that's what I'm saying.
So-
Because I feel that the AAV is good for the caliber of player he is, but not the length, if that makes
So
sense.
that's what it was,
Hmm.
because the AAV, that's right, because they said they were going to do 7 at 6.5. They did, they're going to do 6 at 6.5, and he got the extra year with St. Louis. for
which is just
7.
insurance for him.
Yeah, that's really what it was. Okay.
Adam makes a good point. So Krug is a great offensive defenseman, but not too good on his own end. I say it's fair for him. I agree, but I feel like he's one of the better playmaking defensemen in the NHL.
It's only going to get worse,
Still,
bro. It's
yeah,
only going to get
exactly.
Yeah, but I feel like if they held
I
it
agree,
6
but signing to a team like St. Louis that's already beaten Boston, so we can say they are as good as Boston, I think you can expect the same production, if not maybe a little bit better for at least a couple years. So like Zach said, the AAV is way too much, but I feel the dollar value per season makes sense.
Maybe for the first 2 or 3 years, and then after that, it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, that's really what it is. I mean,
But
some of these
you look
contracts,
at-
you get into that situation.
You look at if
really.
they would have re-signed Petrangelo, which we'll also get to, it would have been the same deal with Petrangelo, I feel like. You're nodding your head like you think Petrangelo is still going to be an elite defenseman at 38 years old.
No, bro. I'm waiting until we get to that because I'm shaking my head like I cannot wait to get to that, dude.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, the interesting thing was though is for them to just give him the extra year. I mean, that seems a little interesting though because he didn't. I mean, he got the extra year with St. Louis, but they held steady. It was still the same 6.5
Right.
AAV. So like, really, the extra year staying
I
in
mean,
a
honestly,
place that
for-
you wanted to be at.
And this
yeah.
is again me looking 3 years into the future, not 5-6 years down the line. It's a great signing for them. They kind of filled that hole that Petrangelo opened up, even though he's a righty and Krug is a lefty. But they're saving money over what they would have gotten re-signing a Petrangelo caliber player or an elite
Yeah.
NHL defenseman, at least right now. And I think that's the biggest thing for teams like St. Louis and Vegas and Boston.
Krug isn't an elite defenseman, though, dude.
I disagree.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you.
Yeah,
I mean, look what you just agreed with, that he's not good in his own end. You know what I mean? Like, you just
Yeah, if you're not good in your own end, we talk shit about Eric Carlson all
People
the
say
time.
Eric Carlson is a franchise defenseman.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
none of
but
us
we
agree
don't.
with that.
Yeah, we don't say
Why
that.
would we agree? Yeah, I mean that's the thing is you're basically saying the same thing. We always talk shit about Eric Carlson and how he's not a defenseman. He is not good in his own end. He gets burnt all the time. He's very good on the offensive end. He knows how to hold the puck, but I mean, who cares? What do you need a fourth forward for? I just don't get it. I mean, it is.
Everyone's a forward, even the goalies.
Dude,
you want
speaking of
goalie
I
that,
wish that'd be fun.
speaking of that, in our scouting games earlier, RGM got a goalie goal scored on him.
Nice.
Did he?
Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh, okay.
I'll say so Adam just chimed in. Ekman Larson is Ekman Larson
No,
is
Eric
no,
Carlson.
EK.
is
Eric
a-
Eric Carlson.
Yeah.
is a
I was
winger,
gonna-
yeah.
I was gonna say it's too bad that Mike Smith is getting so old because this really is the age of the golden age for goalies like Mike Smith. Those cross ice goals.
Yep,
I
I
know.
agree.
Alex, your favorite player, I think. Next
Josh
note.
Anderson?
No.
No,
Say his name.
After Boston.
Zemgus Girgensons
That's right.
Zemgus Girgensons.
signs a 3-year deal at $6 million.
The best that Buffalo had to offer in what was that, 2016 for the
That's a
no,
bargain.
no,
This
it
man
was-
has his own
hold
rap
on.
song.
Yeah, first of all, he has
True.
his own fucking theme song, Zach. So how fucking dare you? First of
Shit.
all,
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he did.
Wait, you haven't heard about that?
You
No, I
heard this?
haven't. I haven't.
Oh,
Yeah.
this happened
Share-
like 2 years ago.
share
Yeah,
it
when he
on
made the
screen,
All-Star
Daniel.
game.
when he made
Yeah.
the All-Star
I
game.
have to pull
Also,
it up.
he made the All-Star game because of the
Perfect.
fan vote, because fans voted for the most ridiculous name they could.
Yeah, this is
Bullshit,
true. No,
'cause
you
that's
need to
when
look it up.
John-
He legitimately has.
I'm-
Where is
I'm
he
told-
from?
I'm pulling the link for him right now.
Yeah, Alex, where is he from? Whoever he's from.
Sorry, you can hear my phone in the background.
Yeah, it's a
one of
rap
the,
song from
one of the
his
Nordic
native country.
countries.
Yeah, it's a rap song from his native country. Somebody
Zach,
made it for him. It's a legitimate,
I'm sending it to you on Facebook as we speak.
yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. Hold on.
We're gonna take a
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, we're
gonna
not
take
taking a
a
break. He's
30-second
muting himself
timeout.
so he can listen
Okay,
to
he's
it.
muting himself. Okay.
Yeah, that's for.
Well-
So yeah, Gergensen signed.
Zach's face.
I can't take that seriously, dude.
We couldn't either. When we heard it happen, this happened the year he made the All-Star game. I believe.
I watched 10 seconds of it, and that's all I could get through, dude.
You got to get to the chorus line, dude.
There it
Yeah,
is.
you
Take a
do.
shot. Take a shot.
You got to get to the chorus. Justin Williams officially retires.
We're
Mr.
not
Game 7.
worthy. We're
Mr. Game
not
7.
worthy.
Hung up the skates. He is done. He's not doing a mid-season return. This
Let me
is
ask you guys a
officially
question.
done. Yes.
Let me ask you guys a question. Does he get entered into the Hall of Fame?
I don't
Yes.
think so, but I think it's a huge snub.
No, I think he makes it. I think he
You think
has.
so?
I don't
such-
think first ballot, but I think
don't
he
think
makes
he's
it.
first ballot. I think he makes it, and I think he makes it. I mean, his track record alone in the playoffs, the track record he has, the name he carries, and the way he's played and how long. I think he's one of the. The difference is this is one of the sports where you don't see a lot of snubs. The NHL is more like the NFL, where if you are a big contributor to the sport during your era, you get in. You're not like the MLB, where if you're not, the best player to ever live, you don't get into the Hall of Fame. So I feel like Justin Williams, at his name and what he's done in the playoffs, the cups he's won, the presence as a person, he just embodies what a lot of teams
Yeah.
look for in a player. And
He's number one in Game 7 points, right?
Yeah,
Yes, he is. I feel like
And Game 7 wins.
years down the line, when we're all olds, he will be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and people will be like, "Who?" And then all of the old people will be like, "Oh man, like one of the best playoff players ever."
I don't think it
so.
takes that long. I really
You don't
think
think so? I think it might take that long.
At which point, Connor McDavid's grandson will be averaging 3 points per game in the playoffs.
I'm gonna say at least 10 years. He'll make it in 10 years.
I hope. Look,
Within?
I don't know or care when it happens. I just hope it does.
Yeah,
Me too.
I think it happens at some point. Honestly, I would. Yeah, I believe what
I
Adam
think-
said. He said, looking at who's made it, he gets there
Yeah.
at some point.
I think,
Yeah.
especially for us as Kings fans, like I would even argue for a banner retirement at Staples
Ah,
Center.
No.
I wouldn't retire his number.
He was
Compared to who we retired, no.
he was such an instrumental part of those 2 cups.
But he wasn't a lifelong King, though, dude.
Yeah, he wasn't a lifelong king. That's usually who you put in the rafters.
Yeah,
Or, yeah, I mean, unless it was
Or
so
team
significant.
leaders.
Yeah, or a team leader, exactly.
Like
I
Rob,
mean-
Rob Blake has most points by a defenseman in Kings history, right?
Yeah,
That's why
I
his
think so,
number's
yeah.
up there.
no.
Luke
Exactly.
Robitaille most goals by a Kings forward, right?
Most
That's why he's up
goals,
there.
most goals by a left wing in the history of the NHL.
So Kopitar is going to get retired for
Or
sure.
actually,
Kopitar.
Kopitar.
no, he's not.
We're
Wait,
not going to go into this.
Yeah.
We're not
Yeah.
going into this.
Yeah.
We're not going into this.
I will.
Well-
Hold on. I will ask the controversial question because we've talked about it, but Zach's never talked about it. Jeff Carter.
No.
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 No. Okay.
Nope.
So we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Montreal signed Josh Anderson, who went the other way in the Domi trade. 7 years, $38.5 million, which is a $5.5 million AAV.
Zach and I, big Josh Anderson fans.
Yeah, good for him, man.
I like,
Uh,
and
Yeah,
they
the trade
got
worked out,
what
so-
it was a great swap, like we mentioned earlier when we were talking
Mhm.
about Domi's re-sign.
Exactly.
They got exactly what they needed. Josh Anderson's still young; he gives them grit. $5.5 million is not much,
bit
and he
steep.
still can
No,
put.
it's a bit steep.
I mean, I still think he's still young, and he produces points too, on top of having that, grit and sandpaper.
I feel like the offensive end of his game has only gotten better over the last few years. Like he's really started to shine.
He's not even that young though. He's 26,
25 or 26. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's still
young.
fairly young. Yeah.
He'll come out of that contract at 32 or 33 years old. I mean, it's a decent deal. That's not that old, and we talk about it all the time. In the modern NHL, your early 30s really isn't that bad anymore.
I mean, he has 115 points in 267 games. So I mean, that's decent.
That's not bad.
All right, I guess.
It's literally, and we'll get to it. It's what Tyler Toffoli some would argue is worth, even though he got less money from the same team.
Yeah. We said Columbus bought out Wenberg. Columbus also traded Ryan Murray to New Jersey for a 2021 fifth-round pick.
Thank you, Digital Vato.
Oh, that's
I don't know who that is, but I appreciate that.
Oh, that's my buddy Jacob.
Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
You obviously haven't listened to We Are Los Angeles, but
what a dick.
Or All the King's Men.
Don't you dare!
Gotcha.
Don't you
Zach.
dare mention our name in the same breath as that. Don't you dare!
So Columbus cleared 11.8 million in cap space when that happened.
Really quick, what's their host's name? Jesse
Cohen.
Jesse Cohen.
I was gonna guess Eisenberg, and then I was gonna say more like Hindenburg, but I don't. Okay.
Jesus.
No.
Good Lord.
This is why we'll never be mainstream media.
So Vegas.
Maybe on One America Network. Because we tell it like it is.
Somebody get Alex Jones on the phone. I have a pitch.
Oh,
Turn him Fox guy.
Oh shit.
You see this? That's just us coming off the rails right now, dude.
Yeah. So Vegas did find some somewhere to get some cap space. They
For
traded
what,
Paul. They traded Paul Stastny to Winnipeg for a 2022 fourth rounder and Carl
Good for
Dahlstrom.
Winnipeg.
Oh, I thought that you said Columbus. My bad. I was about to say
No,
they cleared 11.8 million in cap space for nothing.
Well, they did clear 11.8. They were apparently again another destination or planned trip for Taylor Hall, which didn't come to fruition.
What's fruition mean, dude? You can't use big words.
We
I
don't know.
fucking know. I just say it. I hear it all the time. I don't read a book like you, Zach. Come on now.
Something to do with fruit.
I don't read books like you.
Bro, comic books don't require much reading, okay?
Oh, when you said reading the other day,
I'll
I'm
jump
picturing
ahead.
you reading like an IT book or something.
I'll jump
was
ahead.
actually.
I'll jump ahead here.
What's up?
Montreal re-signed perennial disappointment Victor Mete to a one-year contract with $735,000.
He's still young, though, man. He's
Yeah,
still
it's
young.
Not bad.
That is
Oh,
not
you're the-
bad.
We've already talked about the Kublik and the Subban deals.
Yeah, I know. I moved them up. So, yeah. Just move to... The next one was Toronto. I'm going to go get my other beer real quick.
So Toronto Toronto signed Wayne Simmons to a one-year, 1.5 full no movement clause. Good for both.
Maybe
both
he
parties.
bounces back.
I don't even think
Who
they're
knows?
looking for that. I think they're looking for that third line grit from him. But the no movement clause is the interesting part because you really don't see a lot of that with these low AAV contracts, and it's literally the dude coming to play for his home team, and it kind of makes me wonder, could this be Wayne Simmons' last season and he just wants to spend it with the team he grew up watching?
I don't
could be.
think so. I mean, I don't know. He still. I feel like he still has a couple years left in him.
I don't disagree, but then again, like you look at Justin Williams, for example, who retired this season. I was going to say during that previous segment, I feel like if Justin Williams wanted to play another 2 seasons in the NHL,
True.
he could have.
Where
Yeah.
did we get to?
We're talking
We're
about
still in Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah, I was saying that the contract is interesting with the no movement clause because usually we don't see that with low AAV deals.
Well, because they're not going to, they plan on making the playoffs, so they're not going to move him out of the deadline, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
But I was speculating.
And he wanted it because it's his hometown team too.
So I was arguing like him coming in for 1 year at his hometown at 1.5 with full no movement clause. Is that just a guarantee that he gets one season with his with his childhood team before he retires?
I think he
Wayne Simmons last season.
You know what? I think what it was is they also said someone else. Oh, was it Montreal that was in on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Montreal was in on him and offered more money. So I think he said, "I want to play with Toronto. I'll sign for less money. I want to stay here for the year."
They had to replace another former King and Kyle Clifford. So I mean, Wayne Simmons makes sense.
True.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was a good move.
Toronto quickly taking over the crown from Philadelphia for Los Angeles.
I know, seriously.
Yeah.
Tyler Johnson was put on waivers by Tampa Bay, and he cleared. Nobody is doing Tampa Bay a fucking
any favor.
thing.
Yes, that's what it was. A lot of people were like, "Wait, he cleared. Wait, he cleared," and it's like, dude, they're just trying not to make. Do any favors. That's all it was. 100%. They were just like, I'm not going to eat all that cap when I can get something thrown in.
Yeah, but there are so many teams that could have actually benefited from claiming him without giving anything up. Cough, cough, Minnesota.
Sure.
Yeah.
But then you got to think about it. He's just going to go to Seattle in a couple of years or next year.
Yeah,
that doesn't really matter.
There's so many. By the way, you'll see there are so many 2-year deals that were signed.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
because of this.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Beckman Larson will stay with Arizona. No deal was made before his
deadline. Yep.
He said by free agency kicked in, right?
Well, no, he had a no movement clause already.
That's right,
he just said that he gave a self deadline that if he wasn't traded by the time free agency opened, he was not.
I'm really curious. I wish we had a list. I wish there was a public list of this. I would have loved to see what they wanted from Vancouver and Buffalo to where they both said no for a player.
You mean Boston?
Boston, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, those are the only two teams.
I want to know what requests or what Arizona requested for a guy.
Oh, it'll come out. I'm sure it'll come out because there were deals that were. I know that they said that there were deals that were submitted. So I got to imagine we'll get. Probably it'll take a month or so, but somebody will get a hold of those rumored those deals and it'll come out.
I wonder if Arizona's just like, fuck it, we want Brock Besser, Elias Pettersson, and a first-round pick.
Probably.
Yeah.
Next we have Detroit signed Bobby Ryan to a 1-year, $1 million deal.
Gotta love it, man.
I love that Bobby Ryan keeps finding jobs because even though let's face it, the guy fell off a cliff and broke both his legs, production wise.
I really wish that Rob Blake would have fucking took a flyer on him, dude.
We did talk about that last week. We said that we were hoping they took a flyer.
I feel like for the caliber of player he was early in his career and what he has to offer now, he would go. Like Detroit made the right pick. It's a great signing for Detroit because it's a young or an older, now proven former elite goal scorer that can come and mentor the scoring forwards like Philip Zadina. And I agree. I think it would have been a good signing for LA, especially with Trevor Lewis walking. I would have loved to see Bobby Ryan in the box.
Hey, dude, but gotta love Rob Blake. He's going with the fucking youth, bro.
Yeah, he is. I like it too. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we said Bobby Ryan's still, he can still contribute. His cap hit was just way too high. $1 million. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence as if it's fair. I think he probably could have got a little bit more, maybe 2.5. But it's more of a gamble, I think. So since they were able to get him at 1, I mean, why not? And I agree. I think Bobby just wanted to have maybe a one more, not a prove it deal, but show he's still got something.
In the vein of our next two notes, I'm going to say this about the Bobby Ryan deal because I'm going to say this about the next two deals.
Yeah,
it's one of those I'm just happy to be here deals, dude.
Yeah,
100%.
True. Yeah, I agree.
Although, so I'll just jump into them right away. So Tampa made 2 signings. They re-signed Luke Shen for what, 1 season or 2 seasons? For
one season, 1 year, $800K.
And no, who cares? But the Patrick Maroon signing for 2 years at $900K. I know Zach is saying like this is one of those I'm happy to be here deals, but also I feel for the Patrick Maroon we've seen for the last 3 or 4 seasons since he's gotten to Edmonton. This is a really, really good deal for both sides. Especially considering they just paid more. Well,
I mean,
hold
he's
on.
contributed.
Zach, hold on. Considering they paid Alex Killorn almost $5 million for 5 years a few seasons
Alex
ago.
Killorn actually puts up goals, dude. Alex Killorn actually has
but,
hands.
like,
Pat
Hold on.
Maroon stands in front of the goalie. That's
Pat
all he does.
Maroon had 43 goals in 2 seasons playing with Connor McDavid. Okay, thank you.
In 2
anyone can do that with Connor McDavid, though.
Exactly. All you gotta do is
Anyone?
put your fucking
Hold
stick on
hold
the ice.
Wait.
Okay,
what?
not Milan
Hold on,
Lucic, though.
Come on
Yeah,
now.
okay,
Hold
not.
on.
But he's a special kind of thing.
He couldn't see past his nose.
He's a special $6 million a year
Yeah,
man.
he's a interesting exception.
About Milan Lucic. When you're skating down the ice with about this much skin blocking your vision,
Wait, hold on. You have it
I'll
perfectly.
tell you from first-hand experience, because it's very difficult.
It just looks like Alex. It's fine.
It's really hard to line up a solid wrister and not aim at either one of the posts when your nose is blocking your vision of the entire.
Well, you got to learn how to hit
This is all
control
first-person
and slap the puck without being able to see it. You should be able to look up.
Yeah,
You
slap
shouldn't
that
have to look
puck,
at the
baby.
puck. Come on
I
now.
can't. I can't look.
Well, you
up.
do
I'll
have.
go up, I
You
don't
do.
look up.
Before you take a shot, you do have to look down for a split second. You do.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But
I
you know what? As the
would-
advantage goes, bro, fuck Pat
Fuck
Maroon
Milan Lucic.
and
But-
Milan
The
Lucic.
problem with looking down for me and Milan Lucic is we look down and our nose hits our kneecaps and then we just tumble.
Nah, not fuck Milan Lucic, dude. Fuck Dean Lombardi.
Yeah,
Fuck
there you
you.
go. Yeah, it wasn't his
True.
fault.
Hard facts.
Florida signed Radko Gudas to a 3-year deal worth $2.5 million AAV.
Gotta love it.
I don't hate that deal, dude. I actually
Well,
really like
our
that.
GM did.
Yeah.
Well, at
What-
least it was. I mean, the thing is at
Listen,
least it was $2.5 million AAV and not Mike Matheson's contract.
I was gonna say your
True.
choices are Radko Gudas or Mike Matheson. Take it or
Wait,
leave it.
no. But here's the thing. Why the fuck would you sign Radko Gudas when you have Mark Pissick playing forward? Why would you do that?
You're not wrong. Yeah.
You have a defenseman that you're playing on forward. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? And all Mark Pissick did when he played forward was just stand in front of the goalie.
Yep.
Fucking jamokes.
They're
down
in
there
the state
Florida.
of Florida. They do what they want.
Fucking jamokes.
Florida, man.
Conventional.
As the old
thinking-
adage goes. Fuck Florida.
Fuck Florida.
guys. It's
That's a shot.
it's practically a law. Florida does not operate under conventional thinking in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, they do bath salts down there, dude.
Exactly.
Ruin that
I
guy.
guess we can't knock them too hard though, because like Tampa has a cup now. So
Yeah. We
or
talked
again,
About,
They're all
we talked
Russian.
we talked about on the previous episode. This was already a rumor. Now it's official. Henrik Lundqvist signed with the Washington Capitals for 1 year, 1.5, which I think is a great deal to come in and help mentor Samsonov.
I think so
Yeah.
as well.
I think that's going to be a good tandem. I think it was a great move for both teams.
Yeah.
I think he still has something to give, and he needs to give it to a team that is more positioned to compete for a cup.
You know what was a terrible deal? Minnesota signing Cam Talbot for 3 years at $11 million.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if Zach said it or somebody else did, but somebody brought up the same thing. I don't know what it is, but every single time this man hits free agency, he gets some kind of ridiculous deal. I don't understand.
you
it.
know, I
He
guess
had
I
like
can't.
a couple great years under Henrik Lundqvist as a
I say it
backup.
every year. How does Cam Talbot keep getting jobs?
I'll
dude?
tell you. Okay? I'll tell you. It's from when he stood at the end of the game and clapped for Craig Anderson when he got the first car. That's the only reason he's getting jobs.
I'd love to make fun of teams for signing him, but honestly, like I keep having him as my breakout candidate because I'm just hoping 1 year.
And you
just
keep
1
picking
year
him
he
up on
act-
fantasy.
Yeah, and I've noticed that I think I looked through his stats right before the lockdown happened,
Mhm.
and it seems like every single year his goals against average just keeps getting worse, and his save percentage gets like terribly worse every single year to the point where he's at like a career .88 or something in save percentage.
God.
You know
We're
who
gonna.
else? You know who else deserves to stand into the unemployment line? Kyle Turris, who signed with Edmonton for 3.3.
Hey, bro.
I like Kyle
I think
Turris,
Kyle-
honestly.
yeah.
Why?
I think Kyle
I don't-
just didn't get the shot in it. I mean, in Nashville, he just wasn't really the fit.
Yeah.
3.3 for the Kyle Turris we've seen for the last 3 or 4 years.
It's not bad.
Wait.
Didn't Kyle Turris have like a
3.3 mil for Kyle Turris we're scoffing at, but 5.5 for Josh Anderson,
True.
and we're saying that that's a good deal. Like,
True.
how?
I think
Kyle
Kyle
Turris has a
I
better
think-
point per game average than fucking Josh Anderson does.
I mean, Josh Anderson also fills a different void, but
You could fill my void.
Extended Nathan.
Well,
Bullock
no,
with
but
the
the-
three-
All right,
What
if we're gonna jump all over the place here, okay? There isn't
bef-
all doom and gloom in Florida. Fucking Carter Verhaeghe signed to a 2-year, $2 mil deal. Hey, that's not. Hey, dude, that's a decent
Yeah.
signing for Florida.
yeah, it was 1 mil. Wasn't it 1 mil AAV?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
1 mil AAV.
Sorry,
I just
Daniel.
wanted to jump. Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like you were saying about the Josh Anderson thing. I think the Kyle Turris deal is fine too. I'm agreeing with you and Scott. I think
Yeah.
he just didn't fit in the Nashville in the scheme of things for Nashville. I think he's still got plenty to give, and I think he landing there. I think he is going to be being able to produce. And I mean at 3.3, it's not that
3.3
hot.
for 2 years. Like,
That's like
gonna be at
yesterday's
3C.
1.5.
yeah.
He's gonna be their 3C, and that's a good move for them.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
here's the thing, though, right?
I take back my opinion. I thought it was 3.3 AAV.
Is it 3.3? I think.
No,
it is
it's not.
3.3.
No.
3.3 for
Oh.
2 years.
If
2
it's like
years.
1.325,
It's 1
I'm
yeah.
perfectly. I'm happy with that signing. That's a fair signing.
Dude, this is why he didn't fit in Nashville. Nashville requires their players to take dives, and Kyle Turris has integrity. Okay,
There you go.
That works.
fucking Nashville dive team over there.
They got it from Vancouver. Speaking of Vancouver, though, I skipped a note. Never mind. I won't.
We
jump into
skipped
that
a
one.
bunch.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Vancouver signed. Oh, this one's interesting. So Vancouver signed Braden Holtby to a 2-year, $8.6 million deal.
I like it.
love
This is a great deal.
Yeah.
I like it.
love
For sure.
everything about this deal. Everything.
You're in win now, and then after this year, you can expose them to the
Expose
fucking.
them. That's exactly what they did.
And on top of that, you save money over what Markstrom would have wanted, especially when you have a
What
starting
he got.
player in development that's almost ready in Thatcher Demko. And now Thatcher Demko doesn't just get mentored by a veteran NHL goalie, a cup-winning elite NHL goalie, or at least formerly elite. And Braden Holtby, when we see what he did with bringing Samsonov up, I don't know, man. Like everything about this signing
This
is
deal is so good. I mean, the thing is, too, is it's like this wasn't even on anybody's radar because
Nope.
everybody thought the same thing. Everybody thought they were
Gonna
going to
re-sign
re-sign Markstrom, and exactly what we said a couple weeks ago, too. We thought that Braden Holtby was going to chase his last big contract and was going to get overpaid from
Yeah.
a shit team like Detroit or
Yeah.
Ottawa or something like that,
He-
and
but he
it
might-
did
on
not
the
happen.
flip, He might take the Vegas Golden Knights route with Flower, and once he gets, he might get his last big contract in Seattle.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, maybe that's what I mean. It could have come down to that, but that's what I'm saying. This came literally out of nowhere for everybody. Like you're looking at all these
Yeah.
experts that are all over that do this as their day job, and they were just like, "Wow, this was not on anybody's radar at all." And I think it's a fantastic deal for both. Really, I mean, you get another shot here for Vancouver, who was borderline, can make a run at the, maybe potentially run at a cup. And Braden Holtby gets to,
I'll
still
add
make
a-
some money and, probably get exposed. Like you said, I mean, everybody's kind of predicting it now. He's probably going to be, Seattle's Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah. I'll add one more because I don't see it on our notes. On the flip side, Markstrom did sign with another team. He signed with the Calgary Flames, and I absolutely
Why
hate
do they always trade players? I
Stop.
just don't get it.
Stop. I'll tell you why I absolutely hate
Why?
this signing. I hate it because it makes Calgary a contender.
Ah.
And this is the one big thing that Calgary was really missing was a consistent. We're gonna be a cup contending team with David Riddick and Cam Talbot. Get the fuck out of here. You add a guy like Jacob Markstrom, as well as he played in the bubble this season. You've now added a legitimate goalie to play behind a solid defense and an elite forward core.
They just need to get their top line to stop choking. But yeah.
I hate it.
But I agree. I think I do think
I hate this signing because it's so good.
Oh,
so-
Adam pointed that out. Hey, thanks, Adam.
Oh,
Flames still choke.
I mean,
Yeah.
the thing
Zach,
is like I will
Zach,
agree
John,
with you,
We're
but I
talking about
think
Markstrom signing with the Flames, and how much I hate it because it makes them that much more legitimate of a team.
It does, but
Yeah.
on the flip side of that, though, to me personally, Markstrom is still improving.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. My point was going to be it depends on what you're getting out of Markstrom. Everybody's jumping. I'm not saying Markstrom isn't going to be what he has the last year and a half, but it's only been a year and a half. It's like the same
Yeah.
thing we're talking about Jordan Bennington. Oh, is he, now after this season, is Jordan Bennington really what he was, the first year? I know we kind of covered that, and we
still
think he is.
so, Jordan, but yeah.
No, I know. We covered that. I'm just saying. Markstrom isn't he older? Isn't Markstrom? He's been around longer.
Yes, he is.
So, what we're really asking
And he
is-
hasn't really. He's had way more.
So the big
years
question
than something.
is Jacob Markstrom Jordan Bennington or Matt?
Motherfucker's 30 years old, bro.
Yeah, he's 30.
That's what I'm
That's-
saying. He's this.
Flames just fucked themselves again, and I love it.
Yeah, that's a
revel in it.
Big AAV for a goalie that old.
I revel in it.
Yeah, it
dude.
was a 6x6. So
As
he's
the
gonna.
adage goes.
Don't pay
the Flames.
goalies. As a former goalie, stop paying goalies.
You got to
As a
develop them,
former
dude.
goalie who never got paid to play goalie,
Stop paying
goalie.
them. Pay them as much as I got paid.
You got to develop them,
Jesus.
bro. The only that's to me like with free agent goalie signings, dude. It's usually when these goalies are past their peak window, right? You'll never sign a goalie that's in that peak window of like this guy's at peak performance.
So
And the reason
I
being, the
agree.
only reason why they let them go or let them like traded them or whatever is because they're past that peak performance.
I agree.
You
I
have
think
to
Or
develop.
they
goalies.
believe it. Yeah.
the
So
best
I'll-
goalies
You get
are
lucky.
compel them to buy their franchises.
So I'll bring up why. It's mostly based off of defensive scheme. When you're bringing up a player, a youth goaltender, you are bringing them around your program, and you are teaching them how to function with your style of defense and your own program versus some other team's program that's completely different. And so it's why Martin Jones was so successful as a backup, could have been potential starter, potentially elite, and
If
then
he
he
was
went
with
to
the
San
Kings,
Jose.
yeah.
Yeah, and he went to San Jose and didn't do shit. And why Cal Peterson is able to do so well, but I guarantee you if Cal Peterson went to any other team, he wouldn't perform as well.
Yeah.
There wasn't more to that.
No, that's it. It's,
Okay, I thought there was more coming, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah. He skipped over Jonathan Quick because Jonathan Quick is just a monster.
I mean, he's successful, so I can't really.
He's just a monster, bro.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
one of the
exactly.
most dynamic goalies that the
He
US
was,
has
yeah.
ever seen.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I mean, this whole Markstrom thing, I don't know. We'll see, but I agree. I agree with Zach. It's more of he's more unproven. I don't know of 6x6. So I think Vancouver actually escaped one really
Where are
because,
we
like
at
you
here?
said, Thatcher Demko, he's almost there. So Winnipeg extended Nathan
Bellew.
Bellew. Yeah, I always fuck that. up.
Bayou.
Bellew. 2-year, $2.5 million deal. Okay.
John Merrill to
yeah.
Detroit for $925,000 for a year. Not bad.
Olin.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yep, take that.
The Rangers signed Keith Kincaid to a 2-year deal, $875K AV.
Good for him. Great backup.
I don't make that contract.
Good backup. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Good backup.
But now, which goalie gets moved and when?
What do you mean?
They have Georgiev
and
Shesterkin.
Shesterkin.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Keith Kincaid can play in the AHL. It's not like
Yeah.
that's new
No,
to Keith Kincaid.
No.
Didn't he
You don't
play in the
gotta
NHL
realize-
last season?
No,
He did.
no. You want to know why they signed him to a two-year deal? Who are they going to
1 year.
expose,
Oh,
bro?
2 year. Oh, yeah.
Who are
They're gonna
they going to
expose him.
expose for their goalie? They're going
True.
to expose him.
Yeah.
That's what they did, so they
Come
could
on,
keep them both.
boys.
Yeah.
Fucking
I know. You were talking about this the other day. I was like, wait, what?
Fucking think.
That's a 300 IQ.
Yeah, now they don't have to expose Georgiev or Shesterkin.
Nope.
And the
Um,
amazing Twitter marketing, thanks to Keith
Imagine-
Kincaid.
Imagine 5
Yeah.
years from now, New York having the most elite goalie tandem in the NHL.
They won't.
Oh, good.
No. I don't think so either.
The only reason why it
Dallas-
says that because they're both fucking Russian, dude. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
I don't know, man. I think Shesterkin has the juice. I like that kid a lot.
You
Dallas,
think he's the
he could-
Jews?
The juice.
the Jews. Dallas re-signed Anton Khudobin, 3
Had
years,
to. Had to.
$3.5 million.
Oh, for
AV.
sure.
Love this deal.
Yep.
Had to. They're going to rock Ben Bishop and Anton Khudobin again next year, and they're going to be
Yeah.
great.
Solid. Yep.
Mhm.
I agree.
We talked
Um,
about signing with Ottawa.
Yep. Oh, okay. It was 4-year, 25. I couldn't find the damn number.
We talked
Fucking
about
Winberg.
That's a great signing for Florida.
a huge signing for Florida. So we talked about the Kings wanting to take a gamble on it after he was let go by Columbus. Florida re-signed him for 1 year at 2.25.
Great deal for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very good deal.
There's a sorry RGM. I don't know if you're listening right now, but if you are, things are looking up for Florida. You guys are
Oh,
signing
yeah.
some good youth.
Especially after they moved out Trocheck. I feel like that 2C is open for the taking, and I feel like Wenberg, with a change of pace, could definitely fill that role and be successful in it. If the team, if
or
he
even
gets
fucking Carter Verhaeghe, dude. I mean,
overhead,
either one of them are going to seize that 2C spot, dude.
oh, 100%.
Yeah. Those are very good young
That
signings.
contract, you're not losing out by trying both of them out there for half a season each and seeing how.
All right, let's bang through these. TJ
Yeah.
Perry, $20 million deal to Toronto. It's a
Okay.
great deal for Toronto.
Yeah, that's good.
They're hoping he pans out better than Tyson Berry did.
Nick Cousins signs
He
2-year deal with a 2-year, $3 million deal with Nashville. Nick Cousins. Okay.
I mean, $1.5
All right.
million deal, sure.
All right, yeah.
No shit
Tomas Nosek.
signs $1.25 million deal with VGK. You had to
Cool.
see that coming. This is crazy.
Oh,
Nashville trades former wife beater Austin Watson to Ottawa for a 4th-round pick in 2021.
That's what it's
Pause
worth.
everything. Pause everything. Pause everything. You
Hmm.
just got rid of Mike Hoffman. What are you doing?
Mike Hoffman didn't do it. It was his wife.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, what are we
No,
talking about here?
You don't remember the whole Eric Carlson, Mike Hoffman
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was saying you just got rid of Mike Hoffman the year
Oh,
before.
why are you taking on Austin Watson? Got you. Because they're fucking fools in Ottawa, dude.
That would be like
Dumpster fire.
That would be like LA losing Slava Voinov and turning around and trading for Semyon Varlamov.
Toronto and New Jersey swap some prospects that need a change of scenery. Toronto gets Joey Anderson and New Jersey gets Andreas Janssen. I
wouldn't say
like this for
Andreas
New
Johnson
Jersey.
is a
I think
fraud.
Toronto needed to get rid of the cap. Really, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
But I
resigned
mean, he wasn't
Andres
playing.
Johnson.
He wasn't playing full time last year, though, dude.
No.
Yeah,
no.
he was.
So
we
he
already
goes to
talked
New
about-
Jersey. We're gonna do
Yep.
we already
that.
talked about Saad
The next
and-
two.
The big one.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
The big one.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. You guys ready for this shit?
Yes.
Here we go. Vegas signs Alex Pietrangelo to a 7-year, $61.6 million contract.
8.8 million. 8.8 per year.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck. Because you know, as the old adage goes, fuck Vegas.
They were doing so good.
So maybe
feel like
next year,
They
and the year
needed
before
defense.
that,
We've said it from the start.
the next 2 years, is going to be their window. After that, they're going to fall off a fucking cliff, dude.
I really
For
think
sure.
that's what they gambled on. They basically said, "Here's our 2-year window." Like you said, they need defense. That was their big hole. They got the top D man on the market. They'll figure it out after that.
Congratulations, you have Pietrangelo until he's 37.
I feel like Vegas had a strong expansion draft and everyone was so stoked after it worked out the first year. Then I feel they signed Mark Stone to a fair deal for what Mark Stone is. And everything else that they've done has just been dog shit.
Yeah, Pacioretty signing was or trade was
Oh my God.
trade sign was terrible. Petrangelo's terrible. Dude, these guys are going to be fucking just shitting their pants in cap space in a couple of years.
Ve-
They're
Vegas
gonna
might-
be the future Kings, but without the
I was
cups.
gonna say
Exactly.
Vegas might as well hire
Alex
Daniel
is gonna.
Martin.
Alex Petrangelo will be fine, Adam. The problem is their cap will not be, and the rest of the roster will not be.
They're going to be paying him $8.8 million, bro.
Yeah,
At 37 years old.
The
Yeah,
team's
8.8.
entire
Yeah.
line-
Well, no. Hold on. It depends on the structure. I think it was structured differently. It's 8.8 AAV. I think he's going to get more at the beginning. The way it's structured.
Still,
Well, no, but
like-
you're
but
talking
yes.
about actual dollar amounts, but we're talking
Yeah.
about like cap,
I know,
like going
I know,
against
I
the
know.
actual cap. It's
Yeah.
still
So-
8.8.
I feel like they might as well just hire Dean Lombardi now and save
Yeah.
themselves trouble.
True, very true.
Because the next 10 years for Vegas are going to be a fucking shit show.
Yep.
And we'll all be
We know
happy
it
about
so well as Kings fans that these
yeah.
contracts are just lovely.
You can thank GM for that, dude.
Yeah, Jim.
So to move some more cap, Nate Schmidt.
In order to get down to $0 in cap space.
Yes, Nate Schmidt was moved out
That's
to
terrible.
Vancouver.
That was a
for a
terrible
third
move.
round pick. You want to? This is. I mean, for those watching, they just got fisted. That is what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
They,
I'm going to tell you why this is the worst move that they can make. Nate Schmidt was a huge locker room guy for that
yeah.
team. Dude.
Oh, for sure.
He was the face of the franchise when they came to be, dude. And now you're moving him out because you wanted to take a gamble on a right-handed defenseman that
This
may
is
fall off a cliff.
legitimately
You
the
have-
Toronto move for. This is legitimately the Toronto move on signing John Tavares. Something
You-
they
yeah,
probably
you
should have done.
handed a consistent top 4 defenseman to a team in your division that is quickly eclipsing you in terms of talent. So
Nate
all
Schmidt
you
goes to
did-
that team and just makes them that much better.
with
Yeah.
with Braden Holtby.
Yeah, so I'll say this: the Pacific Division's already shit. We all know that. So I feel like the two best teams in our division are Vegas, as much as we hate to admit it, and now I think personally Vancouver.
100%.
So this is the skill gap. This is the skill gap after the playoffs with Vancouver being up here. Now Vegas just did this.
In the long term,
Yeah.
because
think so.
Petrangelo, I mean,
He'll be good next year.
he's going to be good next year and the year
after
I
that,
think
for sure.
Petrangelo
But
is going to be
here's-
fine. They're going to put them in just cap hell. He's
Here's
gonna
the
be
thing
good
about
for a few
defensemen too.
years.
Speaking about like what Scott was saying earlier with schemes and stuff, a defenseman has to fit the scheme too, though, dude.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
true.
And
Yeah,
here's
they
the other-
do,
here's
but at the
other
same
thing.
point too, they also have $12 million tied up in 2 goalies that they're going to run with.
So you get rid of Nate Schmidt, right? So now outside of your top line, which is good, or your top pairing, which is going to be a left-handed Shea Theodore and a right-handed Alex Petrangelo, what else do you have?
Alec Martinez and Brad McNabb. I mean, Zach
Legends.
Whitecloud.
They're
Zach-
both good for Vegas,
Whitecloud,
honestly.
Yeah,
Whitecloud's going to be
Yeah.
decent, bro. He's going to be decent.
We'll see.
But I agree,
Yeah,
though.
Whitecloud.
Outside of, I mean, dude, Alec Martinez is a third pairing guy, dude. Let's be
Yeah.
real here. He's
Yeah,
third
for sure.
pairing,
Braden
and
McNabb.
so is Braden McNabb.
Yeah.
So you gotta pray that fucking who else do they have?
Let
for
me
left-
let me tell you what the result was of Alec Martinez and Braden McNabb playing on a second line for the last team they did. It did not end in a cup. It ended in Gabe Velarde.
So you can actually attribute Wally to this. Wally actually tracked zone exits on Alec Martinez's right side versus his left side, and they are atrocious on his right side. Homeboy can't keep the puck in to save his life when he's in the zone too.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be all bad.
Vegas
be
has
all
good
bad for
defense.
Vegas.
Nope, it's gonna be all bad.
Yeah. So Vegas is going to be good for the next few years,
Vancouver's
but they'll
going to
be
be
in
good for the
cap
next
hell.
decade.
Really, yeah, exactly. You just even help them be good even longer, solidify their defensive core.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I agree.
But they fucked themselves in the long run.
Yeah.
For
Yes,
sure.
they did. Long run, yeah, they fucked themselves big time.
You know,
Another big
this
signing
is a
here.
big one.
Another big one. Taylor Hall decided to bet on himself, not go for the long contract. He signed a 1-year, $8 million contract with the Buffalo Sabres.
He
Bro.
Can
guarantees
Buffalo
himself.
do something?
He guarantees that he's not going to get picked up by Seattle by doing that, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, true.
He does.
That's
Bro,
why he signed a 1 year.
Jack Eichel. I already like Jack Eichel as like a 3rd round fantasy option or a 4th round fantasy option. Jack Eichel's draft stock in fantasy drafts just fucking boof.
Yeah.
Dude, a top line of Victor Golofsson and fucking Jack Eichel and Taylor Hall can be
That's
dirty.
gonna be fucking
Yeah.
dirty, bro. Their top line is gonna
And
be
this a second line of Jeff
Sam
Skinner,
Reinhart.
Eric Skinner, and Sam Reinhart. That's not gonna be bad either, dude.
If only they could play well together.
Middlestat.
The only good thing to ever come out of Buffalo was wings, bro. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Patrick Kane.
I wouldn't even say that was good.
So we'll see.
Ooh.
Taylor Hall went for the short
Alexis
year. High
Lafreniere
AV.
signed his ELC with the New York Rangers.
Yeah, that's one little forgotten thing that we forgot to mention, that Taylor Hall just guaranteed that Buffalo's going to get the #1 overall pick next year.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually,
true.
that was
Good for him.
that's a question, a funny question that Adam asked. He said, "So now that Taylor Hall signed with Buffalo, who do the Buffalo Sabres select first overall next year?"
It's true.
Sick.
Tyler Toffoli did not come back to the Kings, thankfully.
Oh, darn. What a shame.
4 years, $17 million with Montreal.
Good for him. I think,
I
he's
think
gonna
it's a
fit
great
in-
deal.
I think he's going to fit in very well in Montreal.
I
Same.
think it's a great deal. As much as we're talking
I do
shit
too.
about him coming back to the Kings, we didn't want him to come back because of
Our talent.
Age.
yes.
I want to ask Adam a question for his question about who Buffalo takes first with the first overall pick. My counter question is, what number does Luke Hughes wear for the Buffalo Sabres?
I don't even think he's going to go #1, bro.
I like that Brant Clark kid a lot too.
Yep. This isn't a draft show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabriel Landeskog and Colorado are discussing an extension. His
I don't know
contract
how
of
they're-
next year.
I don't know how they're going to be able to afford him, dude.
Unless he takes the hometown discount to keep playing with McKinnon and Rantanen.
Which he may.
He might, yeah.
But he also,
He seems that kind of guy though.
but he also may want term, and Colorado
You're
may not
right.
want to give him that.
He's proven time and time again that he is a team first guy. And this is a dude who's been a captain of that franchise since he was what, 22?
20. Wasn't he 20 or 21?
20. Yeah, he was
21. Yeah, 20 or 21, I believe. Youngest captain ever, right?
Before McDavid, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, and he's proven again, time and time again, he's a team first guy. He loves his teammates. He loves playing in Colorado. He loves the city. I think they make it work, dude. Plus, I feel like Colorado can't give him up because as much as they do have guys that could potentially fill that spot, that Landeskog, Rantanen, and McKinnon line is so elite. It's like the Pasternak, Marchand, Bergeron line. If you have to get rid of one of those guys, yeah, you have guys like the Brush that you can slot in there, but is it as dynamic as that line? Nowhere near.
Yeah, I agree with Adam's comment. It's the Avs. They'll figure it out. They're not one of these shit franchises.
I don't know, man. We live in a salary cap. We live in a real world, dude. So I mean,
We do. I mean, we'll see what happens. Eric Gustafson signed a 1-year, $3 million deal
Good for
with
him.
Philadelphia. Good
I
for
like
him.
that
Good
a
for the
lot.
team. They needed that again after what's his name retired.
Kings dodged a motherfucking bullet. Tim Stützle has 6
True.
weeks after injuring his arm in training. Broke his arm. That requires surgery.
This is my bowl of crow. Just
Well, I mean, he's injured.
The
He
Tex
wasn't going to.
Stützle.
Yeah, I don't know. He may or may not have played as a what's it called in the NHL
But
this
still,
season
though.
anyway.
But still, though, he broke his arm, and it requires surgery.
Yeah,
It may never be the same for him
that's a
afterwards.
big stock hit. Yeah.
true.
Speaking of Pasternak and Marchand, both are expected to miss the start of next season. Pasternak not expected back until February after right hip, however you pronounce that word.
Arthroscopy.
Arthroscopy and labral repair.
Labial repair.
Maybe.
And Brad Marchand has sports hernia surgery and needs 4 months for mid-September.
That's what happens when you play like Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel good story of the week. Patrick Marleau re-signed with San Jose again.
Is it really?
23rd season.
I love Patrick Marleau, dude.
I do
I love
too,
him.
yeah.
Love him.
I saw a tweet that was like, "Oh yeah, because that worked out well the second time."
I hope he gets a cup, dude.
Not this year.
Not in San Jose.
Honestly, man, like as much as I hate San Jose, I really, really, really want Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, and Joe Pavelski to get a cup.
Well,
I agree. 100%.
I saw something today that Joe Thornton isn't he a free agent too?
Yeah.
They were looking at Toronto or
wants to
something. I
resign.
saw it before the.
I would love to see him in Dallas, so I don't feel bad when him and Joe Pavelski won a cup together.
Huh?
He,
That would be kind of interesting.
Joe Thornton still plays with a wood stick.
Yeah. Oh, Adam of an instant
Yeah.
fact. I didn't know this. Patrick
Yeah, I did.
Marleau-
Yeah, I did see that.
Patrick Marleau, now that he re-signed with the Sharks, he only needs 40 games for the all-time games played record in San Jose.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
100%. Patrick Marleau, 100%.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Patrick Marleau and Jumbo Joe are first ballot.
Well, I think Jumbo Joe for sure.
Yeah.
Marlowe is one that's.
Bro, he's setting the record
Yeah,
for most games
I
played.
understand. Yeah. Yeah, when he sets the record for most games, I mean,
And a
I get
banner
it.
in the rafters.
Oh, for sure.
Both
Yeah,
those guys
that's for
and
sure.
Joe Pavelski and Logan Couture, and Brent Burns, all banners in the rafters.
For San Jose, yeah. I mean,
That
would be
is
what
a
they're.
freezing cold take right there, bro.
You're out of your mind.
You are out of your fucking mind. What have they
You're out of
done?
your fucking mind.
They
What
won
have
them.
they done?
From a franchise,
They got
perspective,
reverse
a
swept.
whole lot.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh yeah.
got reverse. They got reverse swept, Zach.
Why don't you tell me what they've won, Alex?
How many cups have they won in their tenure as a franchise altogether? The bar is not set very high, Zachary.
This is true.
Patrick
Nashville.
Marleau for sure. Joe Thornton for sure. But Brent Burns and Logan Couture? I don't fucking think so, bro. No way. I don't think
We'll
so.
see what they do. I mean, they're still.
As the old adage
Well,
goes,
Burns.
fuck Brent Burns.
Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, so let's make sure we get.
Let's get to
To
let's
these-
get to some of these.
Yeah,
questions.
we got a couple of
Oh,
questions.
so quick
Yeah, sorry.
quick
Yeah.
question in the chat first, also by Adam, is did y'all see the Stars injury list?
I did.
did not.
Brutal.
I did
Tyler,
not.
Tyler Sagan is like.
Yeah, he had like 4 injuries, didn't he?
I feel like Tyler Sagan just got like put
So
over a human-sized cheese grater. After
Tyler
everything.
Sagan might miss the start of the season because of all of his injuries.
Jesus.
He was helping
Uh,
together with Scotch
37
tape.
of them.
Kudobin had surgery on his arm. Jamie Benn is currently injured due to a shoulder injury that he sustained during the playoffs.
Dislocated shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben Bishop is Ben Bishop.
Made of glass.
Glass,
Even
Blake
his teeth
Como
are made
dealt
of
with
glass.
a separated shoulder.
Ooh.
yeah. Yeesh.
Jason Dickinson dealt with foot and ankle injuries.
He had gout.
Heiskanen had hip injuries. Essel Lindell dealt with hand injuries.
Good lord.
Jason Dickinson had gout. I got gout. Please tell me you guys know where that's from.
Nope, not a clue.
I have no idea.
Fucking King of the Hill, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I watched King of the Hill, but not like that.
Oh, dude, when
Yeah.
Bobby,
I
when,
love King of the Hill.
he's in the fucking Rascal, and then he's trying to get Connie to dance him, or Connie's trying to get him to dance him, and he's like, "Connie, I got gout." I love that shit, dude. I love it.
Amazing. Oswald, your captain, he wanted to know our thoughts on the Elias Anderson trade.
Hold on.
I've got gout.
Thoughts on Elias Anderson, man? That is a low risk, extremely high reward, dude.
True. Yeah.
Yet again, 3,000 IQ trade by Rob Blake.
Hey, honestly, dude, fuck anybody who wants to question Rob Blake, dude.
For sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, the Dion Phaneuf trade was very questionable.
Yes.
I will admit
People
that.
make mistakes.
I don't necessarily disagree because yes, he is a pile of shit, but we got Marion Gabrick off the books. So there's
But
that.
Marion Gabrick was on long-term injured reserve the whole entire season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cap relief.
So it doesn't.
But
Yeah,
that's
it's cap
neither
relief, yeah.
that's neither here nor there because we bought off enough. The Ilya Kovalchuk, that wasn't him recognizing what was going on initially, but
Yeah.
then he recognized halfway through and said, "Fuck it, man, we're going into full rebuild." And from that point until now, every single draft pick, move, signing have all been spot on. And you
Yeah.
can add Elias Anderson to that, dude. That is a
agree.
fucking spot on trade.
Yeah, I think we touched on this because we did record during the right after the first round last week. Oh no, that's right. We talked about it on your podcast, Zach. That's what it was.
Yep.
The Elias Anderson trade. So the Kings it was pick 60. They traded pick 60 for Elias Anderson, a former number 7 draft pick
so I
3
wanna-
years ago.
I want to remind everyone of what that draft looked like for people who didn't know. Like you just said, Elias Anderson's picked 7th overall in 2017. The 6 players ahead of him were Nico Hischier, Nolan Patrick, Miro Heiskanen, Kale McCarr, Elias Pettersson, and Cody Glass.
Jeez.
He was picked
so yeah.
ahead of guys like Martin Nikas, Gabe Velarde, Nick Suzuki, Eric Brandstrom, Timothy Liljegren, Philip Keetle, Kaori Yamamoto, Philip Oliver Joseph, and Morgan Frost. And
So
Eli-
here's the thing. He was never given a fair shake in
100%.
New York.
in New York.
They never utilized him to his full potential. And I think coming to LA, his dad is a scout here. I think he's coming to an organization that's packed full of winners. There's people in here who know how to win and they know how to develop people. And they're going to develop Elias Anderson into a fucking threat. And I can already see it, dude. He's going to be a fucking threat.
Yeah.
I don't want to guarantee it, but I can definitely say I agree with you. I think Elias Anderson could come in and be a top 6 guy for our team with the prospect pool that we already have. I still think he could crack that top 6.
I think so too. And the thing is like when people are asking the other, that's what it was. It was on your podcast, Zach, last Wednesday. So at pick 60, you're talking about a guy that may or may not even, have
Second
cracked
round.
the NHL. Yeah, I mean, a guy. No. I mean, even at pick 7. I mean, there's still first-round picks, even in this draft, that aren't projected to make the NHL for
A
2 to 3 seasons.
Overall pick
Um,
only 3 years ago.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He is somebody like in this draft, in particular, with as stacked and as awesome of the talent as we're talking about for this draft here. The first 12 picks being they're going to be solid guys in the NHL, and that's everybody's pick and projection for these guys. Most of those are not expected to crack an NHL roster for 1 to 3 years. We're talking about Elias Anderson, who was drafted, like you said, 3 years ago at pick 7 and never got a fair shake, like Zach said. And you're talking about the Kings trading a 60th pick, which is the second round, the end of the second round.
We've already picked like twice.
Yeah, we had already picked twice. They didn't have anybody there that they really wanted to go after. And you're taking a gamble on a guy that could potentially still be
a top 10 pick. We literally traded a top 10 pick for a bag of 3-year-old Cheetos.
Pretty
I'm
much.
good with that gamble. I'm serious. I'm good with that gamble. There's
am too.
nobody we could have picked out of the second round of that draft unless by some miracle we pulled somebody pulled a Jamie.
I mean,
Benn.
yes, there's always that.
Logistically, there's almost no chance that what we got in return would have panned out as well as that pick and whoever we would have selected.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, it's just getting lucky. Is it possible? Yes, we missed out on somebody, but at the same time, the gamble is the same. I
Especially
would rather
with-
gamble on a guy that was already picked 7 just 3 years
And
ago.
with the prospect depth that we already have, if he
Yeah.
busts, who fucking cares?
And did you guys
He's-
see
I
the
agree.
quote from him?
Hold
What's
on a
that?
minute. Hold on before you go into that. You got to think it's also because he's a farther along the process than all of our other prospects. So
Agreed.
you
True.
could bring him in. You need bodies in the NHL team next season. He's going to slot right into the starting lineup.
I think him and Velarde will be on a line next season just to see how they pan out together.
So he was questioned by The Athletic and on this trade, and I guess he really, to add to what Zach said, he really wasn't doing well on the Rangers. He said, quote, "My situation with the Rangers wasn't the best, so I was hoping to get traded here to another organization. When that happened, it was kind of a relief feeling. As I said, I'm just super happy right now, and I don't even really know what to say. I'm just very happy and excited." So I guess he was really looking for that change.
He's coming, man.
Not only did we get a top 10 pick, we got a guy who wants to be in LA, which arguably to me is as important as just going out and getting any other prospect.
Well, it is.
A
It's
guy that wants
I
to
agree.
play in our system.
I don't know if he wants to play in our system. He would have played anywhere, right?
I think he
Yeah,
was happy to
somewhere
leave
else.
New York. Yeah.
Well,
But
the
he's
thing is
coming
you're
to LA
talking
and
about
his dad's
his dad is a. I mean, as much as you can say, like you said, he probably would have just panned, somewhere else other than New York. But still, it's like his dad works for this team. Like, why would he not put some extra effort into it?
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to let his dad down. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's an amazing fucking pickup by Rob Blake. He's gonna be in the starting lineup next season, and I honestly think he's gonna work his way into that top 6.
I think so too. I think
Be
it's
on,
a very,
he's gonna be on the line with Adrian Kempe. Line number 2, centered by Adrian Kempe
There you go.
or Gabe
I like
Velarde.
No, I like that better. Let's see. Matt wants Taylor Hall hype. Adam wants to know. Well, we already hyped Taylor Hall.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys. I mean, Buffalo just got extremely dangerous by picking up fucking Taylor Hall,
I
man.
think so too.
I think so too.
We'll move on to Adam's next question. Why is everyone helping on Vegas? No one is helping
Who
Vegas.
helped him out? Who helped him out?
Not
I mean, they
even
got
Vegas is
fisted
helping
by
Vegas.
Vancouver, dude. They got
Yeah.
fisted by him, dude. A fucking 3rd round pick in next year's draft. Not even this one for this upcoming season, but the following.
Yeah,
draft.
22. Yeah, it was a 22 draft.
They got shafted, bro. And I
Yeah.
hope they continue to get shafted because they're digging their own grave, bro. Why
They
would
are, and-
anybody help them out?
I mean, the thing is it would make a little bit more sense, like if somebody just took on like a whole bunch of Fleury, but they're not getting helped out at all in the Fleury thing so much that their GM came out and said, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna run with Leonard and Fleury going into training camp." They're gonna sit there and have a $12 million cap hit for their 2 goalies. I mean, I think it's a really, really good tandem, but I mean, do you really want to run a 2 goalie tandem? It's $12 million.
Hell no.
I mean, that's really steep.
Fuck them, dude. The GM did this to himself, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree.
I hope nobody fucking helps him.
Yep, I agree.
Who of remaining free agents is biggest fish? Who is even remaining still?
Oh, I did see if you can pull that out. I should have.
Mike Hoffman.
Oh, Mike Hoffman might be the biggest fish, actually. I mean, who's left? Do you see a list here?
trying to pull it
Out of cap hit, Mike Hoffman, Evgeny Dadonov, Mikhail Granlund, Eric Halla, Anthony Duclair is the big one.
Corey Perry,
Corey Perry's another one. Carl Soderberg.
Alex Galchenyuk is
You know what?
free agent?
So for me, I mean, Hoffman is the biggest name, I would say.
Yeah.
I think he's probably the quote unquote biggest fish. But I think the most interesting to me is Anthony Duclair. We made fun of him for so long. Like it seemed like he was getting traded every half to full season.
We
And
talked about how
he-
good of a player he was.
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
him. Just he goes in, he slots in, and especially this last year and a half. I mean, he's really taken off, and he's negotiating his own deals. I don't know if you guys saw that. He did not sign an agent, and he's dealing him with himself.
I'll tell you who I think is actually even better than that. Even though he's 30 years old, on a short-term deal, he could pan out really well in someone's top 6. And Zach's gonna say it's because he's Russian, but I think it's because he's just a really solid.
I already said it.
Oh,
it.
you said Dadonov? Okay, sorry, I watched.
Oh no, I didn't say Dadonov. I said Galchenyuk.
I said Dadonov
I
was
gonna
one
say
of the.
Evgeny Dadonov for sure.
Yeah,
That's your
Dadonov's one
biggest
of them.
fish, though. He said the question was who's the biggest fish.
Out of who's left,
Probably Hoffman, though, is the biggest fish.
I don't know, man. I think Dadonov is bigger than Hoffman.
Dadonov's a big
Actually,
one.
The
But,
biggest fish that's remaining is the Daniel Chara. But I mean, let's be real here.
You know
Because
what?
he's 7'7".
It's true. Literal
7
biggest
foot on
fish.
skates.
Yeah.
You say that jokingly, but he was still really good for Boston last season.
Because he was with
not
Boston.
signing anybody. He's not signing with anybody else.
Define good.
He played for
He
Boston.
played his role.
Like that's
He played his
exactly.
role for Boston. That's
But
what
I mean,
he did. He was
there
not-
are a lot of free agents that are still out there that'll make impacts, dude. I mean,
I like Sammy Vatanen too.
Andreas Anthony-Cio still
Sammy
doesn't have a deal.
Vatanin's good.
Yeah.
Athanasiou, yeah.
Travis Hamonic, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten a deal yet.
Just to not go with Hoffman, I will agree that Anthony Duclair is probably a big one, just because he is a 20-goal scorer. So, for his such a low cap hit, since I think he was only like 1.2 million last year or something, like 1.5 last year. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I think that seems to be the the general consensus. I mean, those couple of guys. I mean, I would say Hoffman just because I think he is a big impact guy. I think he's done. We talked about.
Power play specialist.
Yeah, I mean, he's a power play specialist, but I think we were talking shit about that whole thing that happened in Ottawa, and he basically came out and, I mean, he got the change of scenery and made it work. He's rebuilt his name, I believe. And so the last question we had here, another one from Adam. What do you think was the biggest steal of free agency, and who do you think has the worst? So basically, who was the best free agent signing? Who was the worst?
Brayden Holtby, best.
I agree. I am going to 100% agree with that.
I agree, and then Pietrangelo the worst, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think for the team situation, yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. Just as an overall, just signing,
As the worst
that's what I think.
contract,
Yeah.
yes, because of where he went. I think as an overall, just a contract as him as a player, I think. I mean, I still think 8.8 per season is pretty steep. But also, I don't know. I still think as far as dollar amount and just him as a player, it's still pretty fair. I mean, you're talking about. I don't know about comparing him to like Doughty, but Doughty's what? He got 10, right? Or 11?
11.
Yeah.
11.
What
11.
are we talking about
Sorry.
here?
No, who was the biggest steal of free agency and who was the worst?
Biggest steal has to be Taylor Hall, dude. 1 year, $8 million.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
We said Holtby.
I don't disagree, but I'm going to stick with Holtby, yeah.
Holtby is a great deal too, man. That is a great deal.
And then we kind of agreed Pietrangelo might be the worst.
Yes.
Just overall.
For
Yeah.
the team
100.
situation. So we said
Yeah.
for the team situation. I
mean,
think
that
as
is
a
a good
full
deal,
dollar amount, yeah,
8.8.
for him as a player, 8.8. We were saying like, I mean, Doughty got 11. I think he's in the same class, and he got it for 8.8 when he signed
Yeah,
the deal.
close.
I'm talking about when he
Yeah.
signed the deal.
I wouldn't even say when he signed the deal, bro. Doughty's a gold medal. Well, Petrangelo's
Well,
gold medals, but
Yeah,
Doughty
I
has
mean,
two
I think
cups,
I
a
was
Norris.
trying to be a little bit more fair because I don't want people thinking we're like.
Oh, I'm not
completely,
being
biased.
unfair at all. I mean, let's be real here, dude. Doughty
No,
has 2 cups, a Norris. I mean, Pietrangelo doesn't have 8. Oh, he has 1 cup.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't think he would have even
No, but
deserved Doughty.
yeah, I don't think he deserved 11. But I'm just saying 8.8 isn't unfair for a guy like too much of an overpayment for his
Right.
caliber.
Yeah,
of
I
player,
just think-
especially now, like
On a
the
different
8.8
team,
is
it would have
not-
made more sense.
exactly. Okay.
And for less years, I think,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But here's the thing, man. Like and here's the thing. I think we always like tend to forget. Like, this is his last contract, dude. So of course he's gonna go for the longest term, biggest dollar amount. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody like threw him like a 4-year deal, 5-year deal. He doesn't want to sign that. Vegas was like, "Fuck it, we're gonna send you 7 years, bro. Let's do this. Let's get a bracket."
Yeah, and that's what I heard. I think St. Louis threw him a 6-year deal for the same amount, so it was actually lower AAV and a year shorter. So I think that's why he ended up doing that too. I think the last last deal I saw was like, was it 6 years at 60? It was like 60 million or 60. I think it might have been the same, 61 or 61 and a half, but it was a year shorter. So it was the same dollar amount. Yeah, it was a lower AAV and a year shorter.
Higher AV.
Yeah, that would have been like a $10 million.
Oh, sorry, no. So it was less than. because it was a lower AAV. The deal that I saw was a lower AAV and a year shorter.
Oh, okay.
So I
Fuck
don't know
'em.
what the dollar amount. Yeah, fuck them. But yeah, I mean, so again, as always, Adam, thanks for the questions on the show.
And Oswald,
and
my
Pryor.
captain. Oh,
Yeah.
captain, my captain. Dude, he and
Yes,
I are
appreciate
taking
it,
the
Oswald.
stand. Yes. Oh, hey. And if you're listening and if you're watching, make sure to sign up for Neutral Zone Hockey League's season number 3. It's going to be great. We need a couple more signups, and we'll be able to have 12 teams, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
That'll be amazing. And then also, too, I don't know if you want to announce your guys'
What?
the partnership.
The with our buddies Mud Pit Hockey League. I think you shouted them out last week, Zach. So
Yeah, so I mean, if you're listening to this, Mud Pit is playing Monday through Wednesday, 7 and 7:30 Eastern Standard Time
same
games.
times as us the other days.
No. 7 and 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, and then also Neutral Zone is playing Thursday through Saturdays. So if you want to play 6 days of league games, this is right up your
Sign
alley.
up.
I mean, we're all doing it. We're all doing it, and you know why we're doing it is because these leagues are a lot more fun than playing in Moose or even like LG. Those are sweat leagues. We're fun leagues.
I mean, I'm okay. I'm playing LG for the competition, but I am going part time in Mud Pit, just like you said, because the community is more exciting.
Yeah, we know a lot of the guys. They play.
Yeah,
in
I
both
enjoy
departments.
LG for different reasons because I like.
Because you like to sweat, dude. Let's be real here. You like to sweat.
Absolutely.
I
like to,
hate sweating. I just want to have fun, dude.
I enjoy playing
Girls
against
just
teams
want
that
to
are-
have fun.
I enjoy playing against players that are better than me, and I mean not to say that our leagues don't have players that are better than me. Obviously,
Oh yeah,
we do,
we do.
but I feel like the level of competition in a league that has 10,000 plus signups versus what we have
Yeah,
is a lot.
of course.
But that's why I enjoy that. But yeah, Mud Pit at NZHL. I mean, I played in Moose for 6 seasons. A lot of the guys running Mud Pit played in Moose for just as
And
long.
play
if
in
not
our league,
longer.
yeah.
There's a reason all of us are gone, and I'm glad that we all kind of found the same places to settle into. Because I feel like
Yep.
a lot of the guys that left are what made those weeks so much fun.
It's all
Yeah,
about the
I
community,
agree.
man. It's all about the community.
Yep. That
And again, I just for me, I'm not super in. Like I don't really care about winning a. I mean, of course, I want to win a cup or win a championship and stuff like that, which I did in my first season playing league. But let's be real here, dude. I'm just here.
Get carried in your little French
I'm just here to
baguette.
Hey, I produced. I had
I know
fucking
you
goals and assists.
He scored 1 goal against us. I was there.
I know.
saw it.
And then I scored, I think, like 2 or 3
I
more
know
goals
you
the
did.
rest of
I
the
know
way.
you did. I'm just
And I
giving
had
you shit.
assists. Hey, but
I'm
still,
giving
though,
you shit.
those leagues are fun. So just make
Yeah.
sure to check those out.
Yeah, if you play NHL 21 drops on Friday if you don't already have it.
Or if you pre-order the deluxe, like most of us did, we're already
Mhm.
playing, bitch.
That's right. I upgraded today.
Hey, attaboy. It's only $10 a
Canceled
month,
my
wasn't
standard.
it?
Or, well, yeah, but I didn't really care and then forgot about
And-
I thought the 3-day early was for all of them, and it
And
was not.
DHL 6's grind after we record.
Daddy's gonna take a shower and go to bed, bro. I gotta work tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, it's already 10:30. I got
All
to
right,
piss.
all we have
Yeah.
left to talk about now is
Beer. Oh, you want to go first, Zach? Did you have
Yeah,
one
sure.
today?
Yeah, I did the from Little Beast Brewing out of Oregon. They did their Fogmatic.
Okay.
That's not a brick wall. That's just green hills.
Yeah, so it's green, so it's filling it in like green
Yeah,
screen.
it was a New England style IPA. Wasn't hazy at all. It was very crisp and very clear. It was brewed with. Doesn't tell me, but I kind of taste the Citra,
was brewed
Oh,
with
yeah.
hops.
Sultana, and Citra hops, dude. So I mean, it was very crisp, very refreshing. Wasn't too sweet or anything like that. Definitely enjoyed that. I would definitely pick up a 4-pack of that and just chill on those, just because of how good they were.
All right, so let's pick the rating scale first because I got one for you, or not a rating scale. I got
All right.
a kind of a surprise for you. So
On a scale between peanut and the size of the sun being Rob Blake's brain, what is it?
Oh my god, that's a mouthful.
that is a mouthful.
Just like my dick. Actually, that's a lie. That is a lie. I'm just being real here.
How many? What? 200 IQ Rob Blake trades. All right. So I got an 8.5.
Scumbag Ottawa players?
Scumbag Ottawa player.
Scumbag Ottawa alumni. I apologize.
8.5 here for you. I got an 8.5 for you. All right. So check this out for people that are looking. This is a dessert beer.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, I saw it in the Discord. That looks so bomb.
Dude, so good. So I went over to friend's house this past weekend. Did kind of a little social distance meet, and they held this for me. They bought it. It's a Common Space. They're a local brewery in the.
I know where they're at. I've heard of them.
Okay. So they're down in like
The LA County area.
Yeah. So they did a collaboration with Cool House, who makes the ice cream sandwiches that they sell at like Dodger Stadium and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a dessert beer. It's a vanilla ice cream sandwich dessert beer.
What kind of beer is it?
It is. What does it say here? It says an awesome ice cream beer, vanilla ice cream sandwich dessert beer. Let's see. I don't even know if it says.
Is it just an ale or?
So it says this beer was inspired by the phenomenal chocolate chip Tahitian vanilla bean and ice cream sandwich from our friends Cool House. We are sure that this is unique dessert beer you will bring to Smiler. It doesn't even say hops. Flex extract. Again? It's called a Cool House Awesome Ice Cream Beer. It's a vanilla ice cream sandwich dessert beer. So I don't know. I feel like it's an ale because I feel like I tend to like ales a lot more than lagers and the lighter stuff. But I'm not sure. It kind of tastes like almost a blonde stout, like we had before. Zach, you had that other one that was it a blonde stout, something like that. Dude, it's really not super vanilla-y. It is definitely a dessert beer though. You need to you can only have like one of them. It's not super heavy, but it has like that creamy.
That's a nail.
Okay, it is okay.
Well, I mean, just judging by the look of like the beer, like in the picture, it looks like an ale. That doesn't look like a lager.
Okay. It's really creamy. It has a very interesting flavor because it is sweet, but it's not like one of those overly sweet beers where you're like, fuck, I can only have a couple sips of these. Or
I wonder if it's a milkshake IPA.
I don't know.
That doesn't say what it was brewed with.
Good. It says flavors: pure Tahitian and Madagascar vanilla extract, Dutch cocoa powder. They have lactose in it. Hops, flex extract. Yeah, it doesn't even say if it's an ale or anything. It just, holy shit, it doesn't. This is weird.
Sounds delicious.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, it's super good. If you can find it, I know you can probably find it, Zach. I know Craft Beer King's got it, and probably some of the other places you were telling me about, like the
Trading Post.
Yeah, the Trading Post and stuff. They'll probably get it in. Alex, if you can find it.
I'll check the stuff out.
Yeah.
It does.
It's really hard to explain because it seems like when you read it, it would be just way too sweet or too heavy or anything like that, and it's not. It just has a really great flavor. You can get a 4-pack of these, and you probably couldn't drink it like in a day, but it's something you can have over a week. And I would have it for like dessert, like if after dinner or something like that. It is very good.
I want it.
I would definitely try to find it. I'm sorry I don't have a better explanation for it. It's just so interesting. I've never had something like this, but it's really good if you can find it. So yeah, 8.5. 8.5. Rob Blake IQ.
Remember to check us out tomorrow. ZadMap. Zach and Dave make a podcast. It's a podcast I do with my buddy Dave where we kind of just discuss different topics. Tomorrow's topic will be art, so talking about pretentious assholes and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then next week we'll have Alex on there where we're talking crazy Russian shit.
Yeah, and next week we'll make sure that Zach sends me the promo early so I can upload it and play it for you guys.
Yeah, because the promo is actually quite fire.
For mine, it was quite fire. Yes.
It's fire.
Did Dave ever change the photo of me at the end?
I don't know. I'll hit him up, ask him.
That's a beautiful photo, bro.
Dude, that's all done on iMovie on his phone.
That's beautiful.
That's awesome.
The beats,
really
he makes the beats himself, everything.
Wow.
But you know what they say, boys? With that being said,